Sorry, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I can introduce myself. I'm Alexander, host, and I represent Bubble and Blue. We are kind of a relatively new business which have tried to create an ecosystem around the idea of living on water. And based on like 10 years of experience of actually executing a number of technologies and not at least homes, where we are today is like we are looking for putting in place floating communities, not just locally here in London, but globally. We have a number of the components required on car. We're here to talk about PropTech. We actually have physical PropTech. We have energy systems. We have like hull systems and everything we need on the physical sides, business model to deliver at scale. But we believe that the transformation to live a flow, no need to say that the waters are rising globally, if you shift here, requires us to think differently in regards to reorganizing us and ourselves and also talking about resilience. So how do we actually transform people into to create the new normal of living on water, even around water, being resilient, subject to those matters? That's what we're interested in. And we firmly believe that there's no such use of us coming in as developers with our ecosystem and installing a floating part of a city, a floating community in, for instance, London, if the user experience is poor. So having all of our wishes to have these cohesive, inclusive communities which are based on affordable, modular, scalable homes, how can we actually secure that people come and let them? And we're kind of here to put the challenge out there. You can change the next one. For people to help us, it overlaps with a few others ideas today about the actually front-end users. How can actually technology in an application make these tenants live in a co-live environment, but not only like you have the kind of social sustainability of coexisting, but what our physical products actually allow for is a lot of what was just talked about in one of the previous keynote speaker here. Is actually we have this capability of producing energy, heating products, storing data on board our vessels, but how is actually these mechanisms distributed between the locals as well as the non-locals, subject to that our infrastructures eventually can put a number of renewable resources back to the grid. So I hope very much that there's some clever people. I know very little about digital, let me call it digital tech. We have, however, managed on the physical side, as mentioned quite a few times, patented technologies built, delivered, and we have procurement now to deliver these floating communities at vast scale. We aim to deliver 25,000 homes over the next 5 to 7 years, procured. No need to say in the construction property industry, it takes a long time to execute, but with the technology we hope you can come up with something that's so clever that we can actually eventually pre-engage the people who will live in our watermill habitats to actually take part in delivering something will be not just kind of miss that trick of talking about net zero. All of our dwellings are active houses. They will deliver more than they actually use from time to time, but it requires again the end user to take part and deliver exactly that. So I'll leave it there. Thank you.
Brilliant.